The news is a good one. We are ready to commence the second game of the day between Kandy Customs and Ragama CC. The official confirmation is that there is reduction in number of overs. 16 overs per side makes it even more exciting. As we speak, sun baking down. I tell you, 15 minutes ago it was very gloomy, very cloudy. Now things have cleared. Both the teams very keen. Ragama playing their third game, coming into this game after winning both the games. High on confidence, well-balanced team. Kandy Custom on the other hand, they are here to make an impression. Lovely venue, picturesque surrounding, so much greenery. We've been enjoying outstanding cricket. This is SLC Tier B T20 cricket tournament. Live coverage coming your way courtesy of T20, available on official YouTube channel of Sri Lanka Cricket. Kandy Customs. The skipper too was hoping to bat first, considering the weather. First game ended in favor of the team batting first rather. There you go, two openers. Walking into the middle, it's time to welcome my good friend Gamini Pereira into the comm box.
Good afternoon, Tamika. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, another very important game as far as the two sides are concerned. Ragama, like you mentioned, they'll have 1 foot in the knockout stages if they can go through with a win this afternoon. Kandy obviously looking to consolidate their position in the ladder, so some promising players in both lineups, and I did have a look at the playing surface, Damika, during the break, and it looks a lot drier than morning, as you can see. In the morning there was a bit of moisture on the top of the surface, but that has disappeared. The darkish color disappeared. A lot browny and brown now. The abrasive, like it's very hard. There was some green grass in the middle where we saw some of the bowlers were using that to their advantage by pitching it short. There was that tennis ball bounce that you could call it, and because the good line. These are the two teams: Ramit Jayasena, Manish Rupasinghe, Lahiru Abesinghe, Denura Dimansit, Kavindu Ishivara, Kavish, Ralina Rachi, Amita Kaushalya, Dasit Gunatilaka, Hasita Pereira, Malisha Silva, and Ginod Pereira. For Ragama,
Kandy Custom, Yashoda Mendis the skipper, Ravindu Ratnayaka the wicket keeper, Charit Rajapaksha, Helit Edurisinghe, Gimhan, Induvara, Fernando. Predominantly two young teams, not too many experienced players. We've seen when it comes to teams like Goal, they have quite a few players been in the scene for a number of years, close to 10-15 years. These two units comprising, percentage wise, so many young players, a sight you want to see in school holiday times. Flying kite, Hasita opening the batting for Ragama CC, Manisha partnering him, and Charit is ready to start up the proceedings. And looking at the weather, it's bright and sunny, conditions are perfect. Umpire says, boys, let's play. Here's the first ball. Well bowled. I really like the intention by Hasit. Gentle dab and gets off the mark.
yeah, very good running. I think by the looks of things, both these batters are really quick between the wickets, and it was good to see that the non-striker was ready to run from the very first ball, just dropping in front. It's quite important that the two batters having an understanding on what each other is doing. Otherwise, it's very. Yeah, he definitely did expect his partner to drop the ball in front, and he was ready to run. So good cricket all around.
Hardly anything verbal when it comes to communication. Just out of the head. Little leg stumpish, I thought the bowler little lucky on that occasion. That was there to be hit. Manisha probably tried to hit it too hard rather than going straight, try to flick it away towards mid-wicket region. That's maybe the reason why he missed that scoring opportunity. You mentioned about the knockout stage, so important. Manish Rupasinghe. Time to make an impression. It's always good to see live coverage is provided for Tier B cricket. Something, you know, the feedback was excellent. I mean,
the pace off from Charit. The two fielders outside the ring, one at deep point and one at deep square leg. Right arm medium power. So 7 fielders inside the ring for the first power play. Once again looking to drop the ball in front, but this time the fielders were ready. So talking about the power play, Dhammika, it's a reduced game, 16 overs per side, and the power play is 4.5 overs. So 7 balls have been taken off.
I really like the approach by Hasid. Was very keen on pick up the singles on 2 occasions. You saw immediately after he made the connection, sets off for a single. Communication between 2 batters right now is excellent. Beautiful hands. I thought the fielder inside 30-yard ring did well there. Just a single. Very steady stuff by Charit.
Just before that delivery, Dhammika, there was a change in the field. Deep point has gone to gone a lot straighter now towards deep extra cover. There are 3 fielders just behind the line. The right-hander, they are very close to each other. You can pretty much put a blanket over them. Short third point. Another short delivery. But again, pace off. On a surface like this, there is nice carry and bounce. I think fast bowlers will look to vary their speed a lot. After the first over, 4 for no loss.
This is Sri Lanka Cricket TOB T20 tournament coming to you live from Sri Lanka Army Ordnance Cricket Club grounds, a picturesque venue. We've already said that. Very charming, picturesque surrounding. Wherever you look, it looks green, soothing to the eyes. Once in a while, getting away from the hustle and bustle of the city. It's a good place for a retreat.
Oh, I love it. I'll tell you what, there are not enough words to describe. Uppishly played. Oh, what a good diving catch that was. Everything right about that one. Had to do the hard yards to get across. And not only that, the technique. Now have a look at this if you are watching from home, any youngster. It's not only the dive that he put in, the way he slid across the surface. Otherwise, very easily that ball can pop out of your hand. There you are. That slide. That was very, very good technique.
Absolutely brilliant. He was diving to his wrong side. Did outstandingly well. Not too much of air time. Manish went for a full-blown square cut. Just a bit of extra bounce. He perishes for 2. Ragama losing their first wicket for 4 runs. Now I'm sure the youngster after the game heading home, watching this replay 12 dozen times. Very, very good piece of fielding.
Yeah, I think it got big on the batter, Rupasinghe. It bounced a bit more than he thought. Again, because he was swaying away from the line of the delivery, he could not he was not in control, was he? And that's why your feet and your head position is so vital, particularly when you face natural variations of the surface. If that was a throwdown, he would have hit that ball every day of the week. But bounced a bit more than he thought. I mean, surprisingly, we've had covers on 3 or 4 times during the day, but still the surface are enough bounce. Very similar delivery against the left hander this time. I think Lahiru, that's because his first ball. If he was a set batter, that would have disappeared out of the park. It was a rank half pitch delivery.
There's no doubt. He was looking. I want to have another look. Extra bounce in the air. Wow. Just couldn't have done it any better.
Yeah, good camera work from our crew. Getting that from behind that angle. Once again, backing away. At least one.
Nice.
I mean, you got to give credit to whoever involved in this facility. These Army Ordnance Cricket grounds, and you know, a lot of people who have worked extensively behind the scenes go unnoticed at times. And you know, there are some pictures on the wall here how from the very first day this has progressed, and towards long on for another single. And if you follow those pictures, it's amazing the ultimate outcome of this magnificent venue.
Absolutely, sort of a venue. Certainly wouldn't mind watching the game. You know, Sunday evening. Nicely played straight to the fielder. They wisely decided not to go for a single so far. He's been doing exceedingly well. Nirmal just couldn't have asked for a better start. Coming into the attack, rolling his arm over, picking up a wicket, and getting in few tight deliveries. I thought Kandy Customs started proceedings outstandingly well. Kept Ragama batters under tight leash. He went on to mention number of overs. For power play, 4 overs and 5 deliveries to be precise. Here's the final delivery. Can he finish it stronger? Oh, that's lovely. On the back foot, but the bowler not providing room at all. Slanted in. Only a single. Excellent second over. 8 for 1.
So as far as the Kandy Customs are concerned, it's a promising build-up. 2 overs, haven't considered a boundary. Like I mentioned before, only 4.5 overs of first power play, so it'll be imperative that Ragama Cricket Club use those balance 12-17 deliveries in that first power play to get few boundaries under their sleeve. There is the one.
It was needed. Didn't get hold of that one. Tried to blast that one. Probably tried to hit it too hard. Played on the up. Got enough bat. He get it. Get that one to clear the infield, earning 2 boundaries. Starting to wonder whether this young man opening himself up little too much. Tried to whack it down the ground.
I'm quite surprised that I thought he got enough of it to reach the boundary, but particularly on that side, the scoreboard side, is some areas, there are some soft areas after the rain we've had. This time across the line to square legs. Still looking for the first boundary, Dhammika.
He was moving in towards the line of the delivery and worked it away on the onside, the wrist protection. Surprisingly, Ragama Cricket Club still searching for their first boundary in this game. They've scored 132, if I'm not mistaken, against their rivals during their previous game. Very strong goal outfit. They managed to defend that quite stoutly. And today expecting something similar. Very aggressive player, Lahirua Besingha. Room provided outside the off stump, and he's sort of a player probably considered himself undone. That was there to be hit.
Yeah, that's a golden opportunity. The fielder outside the ring on the offside is at third, deep third, so you want to get that ball up and over that infield. Charit from over the wicket, looking to angle it across the left-hander. Short delivery, not out of the middle of the bat. Still scamper for another single. We saw in the previous game the side that were chasing 42 in 5 overs to win the match, Dhammika, the lack of boundaries. They were in shambles, weren't they? They just couldn't hit the boundaries and fell short by 15, 16 runs at the end. And it's very similar situation here for Kandy Customs. Sorry, Ragama Cricket Club. Yet to score a boundary. We've been, 14 deliveries so far?
I get to notice, harder they try, tougher it becomes. Trying to whack it down the ground, couldn't find a boundary, try to work the way, no real timing. Bit of a surprise, 2.3 overs, no boundaries in this format, this day and age.
Up in the air, fielder running now. Coming back for the second. Again, lack of timing. Charity is not going to give pace on deliveries to Hasit. Just before that delivery, Dhammika, the fielder at deep point, came inside the ring. Midon dropped back to the rope, so there's not going to be any width outside the off stump. And Hasit will have to play with the bowler's mind a little bit here. Maybe try to back away and try and see whether he can go over that infield on the offside, up and over. All the fielders on the offside are hanging around that ring. There's not a single person stopping the single. Again, flat batted. Straight to the fielder.
Despite all the rain we had, I thought ground staff done a stellar job covering the pitches. We'll come back to that. That's a completion of a very good third over. Ragama CC, 15 for 1. Nothing much. Hasita, who's on 10, taken him 10 deliveries. That's the issue. No boundaries still. This day and age, after 3 overs, you are expecting at least 3-4 boundaries. That wasn't the case for Ragama. They should realize it's tougher. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Gangni. I'm starting to notice that despite all the rain we had, the pitch got slower.
Over Midon, that could be the first boundary. Yeah, one bounce over the rope. That's a good strike and very good feet from Nirmala. It was inevitable, wasn't it, that he had to do something by hanging on the crease. It's not going to do any favors, but that was a flighted delivery. Just fell short. Yeah, I'm not quite sure whether there's a drastic change in the speed, but still there's enough bounce, which is what you require as a batter. If it's slow and low, it makes it that much difficult. But there's enough bounce to trust your horizontal bat shots. Moves across the stumps. Didn't have the contact he wanted. Idea was correct because the squall again. Short fine leg inside the ring.
Still inside the first power play. 4th over in progress. I thought starting out with a boundary, the first of the innings, was a crucial one. They were searching for it, not arriving. Finally. That sounded nice. That's in the gap. That should go all the way. Lahara Basinger, he's a strong striker. That was hit with some power.
Yeah, that was it towards the main pavilion side. That side obviously is a lot quicker comparing to the other side. So I don't know whether that came off the middle of the bat, but still had enough of it, didn't he? And you see how the bottom hand comes through the line, and yeah, suddenly a lot of pressure on the bowler here, Nirmala. 2 boundaries in the first 3 deliveries. Lahiru joins the party. He's on 7 of 5. Another 6, 3, 5, 8 deliveries of power play left. That's another poor delivery. Nicely played. It just shows that sometimes you don't need to just bang it all the time. Use the speed and play the field, and that was very well placed.
Brilliantly done. Delightfully struck away for 4. He knew there aren't any fielders in the deep. It's just a matter of piercing the gap, which he did perfectly well. 3 boundaries, very expensive over. We've been talking about boundaries. We got 3 of them this over. Nirmal's previous over was a good one, yielded only 4 runs. This one already conceded 13. That'll do it after picking up as many as 3 boundaries. All you need to do is to pick up few singles and makes it a big over. Already a very big over.
Yeah, final delivery. Deep mid wicket and long off the 2 boundary riders. Slow turn. Once again, by backing away, if the ball turns off the track, you're in a very uncomfortable position rather than getting your head behind the ball to play that ball. If he had got his head behind the ball, that would have been an easy single through the gap on the offside. But dot ball to finish. Nirmala 1 for 18 in his 2 overs, 29 for 1 after 4.
Nirmala went for 14 in his second over. Lahira Basinger, couple of boundaries, already looking very good. 12 of 7 deliveries. And Hasita spent time in the middle, now 13 deliveries. Time to cash in. 5 more deliveries still remaining to complete the first power play. Kavisha.
Can they convert these 5 balls to their advantage? Get around that 40 mark. The power plays. Medium pace. Worked it on off his pads. Just gentle medium pace. So this will be very interesting. One fascinating duel between Hasit, who's on strike now. I'll tell you what, Dhammika, you can. I think he's going to go across the line, or I'll say he's going to move to the offside and look to paddle it, or because 2 fielders, short fine leg and short square leg inside the ring. He's looking at that area now.
Over mid-wicket. Goes along the ground for a change. It looks a lot similar to Mahesh Deekshana. So many bowlers, trying to emulate national players. We saw yesterday Sitara Gimhan looks a lot like Upul Taranga. Nicely worked away, just a single. Kavisha the happy man at this stage. Still 2 more deliveries remaining. They're coming back for the second good running.
Yeah, good hands that. Deliberately played it slower into that gap between deep, straightish square leg and long on. So there's plenty of real estate in that area. Oh, mix up. Hurry. Now he'll be a goner.
Oh my goodness. Lahira Basinger was looking so good. He's a powerful striker, batted well the other day. But unfortunately, Ragama loses another wicket in form of a run out. A mix-up. They've been running well between the sticks and he went beyond the point of no return. So that's the case. Abesing out. Ragama 33 for 2. Hasita and Abesingha was getting a really good momentum, but unfortunately, just when things starting to look so good for Ragama, as usual, they loses another wicket. Still a delivery remaining. I wonder whether the young batsman, young left-hander, aware of it.
Yeah, he just come in, so I doubt very much that he's going to take an extra risk of dealing with this delivery, the final ball of the power play. We spoke about very similar action with the types of bowlers that Mahesh Deekshana. Before that, there was a player called Ajantha Mendis who represented the army. There you are, modern day T20 batter for you. Very first ball. Got enough bat on it and it'll run down to the third man boundary, 4 runs.
Got enough bat. Probably didn't intend to get that one that finer, but eventually working in his favor. Boundary, nevertheless. There you go. He was eyeing to clear the point region, but instead got through deep third man region. He was aware of it. He knew that's the final delivery before the end of the first power play. Got a boundary. Way to go. Expensive over so far. 8 runs conceded despite picking up a wicket in form of a run out. Oh, that's plumb. He's a dead duck. Quicker through the air, quicker off the pitch, played off the back foot, does it perishes.
Yeah, that might be a massive moment in this game. Kavisha, yeah, just sends one quicker and just skidded through, didn't it? I don't think he picked the length that well, does it? So Kavisha suddenly run out and another wicket, so another twist in this game. After 5 overs, 37 for 3.
Kandy Custom getting through their overs quite quickly as we're looking at very tall figure run with Jayasena, the skipper, coming into the crease. He batted beautifully well the other day. If I'm not mistaken, he got run out against goal. Very capable. Long levers, someone who can hit it a long way. Hasib. He's playing the sheet anchor role. 16 of 14. Reduced number of overs. Got to keep that in mind. First power play done. 37 for 3. They're relatively happy. Run rate is 7.4. Couldn't find the placement. It's just a matter of getting it through the two fielders on the offside. Instead finds the field at extra cover region. Another dot ball. Dinuka. So many high quality left arm orthodox spin bowlers even in tier B. Not afraid to tossing it up by the crease.
Yeah, if you're going to be a really promising T20 player, this is the time of the innings that you need to be very productive. This is that run out. Well, the non-striker was ball watching, wasn't he? Yeah, and so was the that was the second one. So 2 balls later, Kavisha got his first wicket LBW. Yeah, the point that I was making, modern day T20 batter, how you keep your strike rate and the efficiency That's flicked nicely straight to the fielder though. A lot of batters struggle after that first power play because the 5 fielders go outside the ring. You know, not many who can play the conditions and play the field. So lack of boundaries, you suddenly lose the momentum. That's why at international level, that fear of failure is out of your system. So you know, it doesn't matter. Up in the air, just bounce in front. Good effort though. Did very well to pick it up on the bounce.
You did well there. You were right about that. Laid on the up, on the back foot. Few inches. Fielding standards set by the custom fielders up to the mark so far. And also I'm noticing that they've been getting through their overs quite quickly, which is very, very good to see. Yesterday, the game at Pisara Oval, they took at least 6 minutes to complete an over. You know, it's dragged it on forever.
And so far what we have seen, these Kandy Customs, like you said, they're young side, so they're young legs, and but they look a pretty sharp fielding side, don't they? That's another brilliant one-hand pick-up. Having said that, just a little fumble, but I reckon the batsmen were halfway through the second run, so wouldn't have made any damage. End of the 6th over. Ragama Cricket Club 42 for 3.
Not out batsman Hasit on 18, run with the skipper. Got off the mark, now he's on 3. 42 for 3 after 6 overs. Relatively happy, but they, I thought, conceded one too many wickets, especially the omission of Lahar Wabesing in form of a run out. Could be a big loss. 10 more overs remaining, 60 deliveries. What can they get? Can they get another 100 runs and post a total close to 150, which would be very challenging, taking condition into account. This man, however, picked up a wicket despite being expensive. Very quick, in line with the stumps. Had he missed it, would have been a loud shout. Picks up a single, got run with Jayasen on strike.
1 for 9, 1.1 overs. Yeah, it's very important how you organize your innings when it comes to a T20 game. Primarily, a lot of batters just don't read the conditions well, and you know there are a lot of things at stake. Sometimes you got to target a shorter boundary. Sometimes you got to pick a bowler that you're going to go after to take an extra risk or two. So all those things you need to have in your repertoire if you're going to be a successful batter, particularly in the middle overs in a T20.
That's good. He's very capable. In line with the stumps, he worked very nicely. Gets a single. You're right about that. Not to consider what goes inside your mind when you walk into the middle. When things aren't going so well, you tend to make mistakes. It's about cutting down number of mistakes. Oh, that was very quick. He gets it into the gap. Fielding the deep. Had absolutely no opportunities. Perfect piece of timing by the skipper, run with Jayasena.
Here, former Pete, right? That's a good shot. Width and length. See a much needed boundary.
He decided to go for a quicker delivery, eventually paying the price. That one certainly helped, that pace certainly helped run with Jayasena to find the placement, as well as came off the bat really nicely. Front of the square. Is that another boundary? Fielder comes around, did well.
Once again, very similar delivery. This one was a bit closer to the stump, so he went towards the left-hand side of that fielder, extra cover. There you are. Once again, nice piece of work down there in the deep. Have a look at this.
Anna
Gets
ball
up quickly. Yeah, good technique. That'll please the fielding coach.
7 down, 51 for 3. Bowling so far, 2 successful bowlers. Nirmal, despite being expensive, 9 and over, valuable wicket, and Kavisha also picked up a wicket. They've lost a wicket in form of a run out, never a good thing. 51 for 3 after 7. Decent going. It's time to cut loose. They've got only 9 overs remaining. Got as many as 7 wickets in hand. Predominantly spin bowlers in operation. I thought fielding standards all right, and they've been getting through their overs quite quickly. Partnership not too bad. 14 runs of 12 deliveries. Very, very important passage. Next 5 overs. Only be a single.
Yeah, Hasit at this stage is quite happy to work for a single and give his skipper the strike. Left arm spinner against the tall left-hander. I've seen this boy bat, Dhammika. When he hits, it stays it. He can play a long ball. Wrapped around the pad this time, no run. He's got long levers. He can get close to that pitch of the delivery. 5-4 field to the off.
Intentionally played. Look at the wrist work. Got the placement. Another vital boundary. Run rate up above 7 and over, which is great.
So for a normal batter that will be a good length delivery, but for him it's overpitched.
Close to 6'6". I mean, you get to the pitch of the ball without any efforts. All you need is just a little gentle push down the track. That wrist work and the long levers coming down. 56. Is that the momentum they were hoping for? 7.47. Right now, projected scores 119. I'm thinking they need 140 plus.
Like I mentioned before, Dhammika Hasit is quite happy to take a single. But there will be a time, maybe in an over or so, that he also might need to look for a boundary. Right now, Kandy customers are quite happy to bowl at Hasit because the maximum damage is a dot or a single.
You're right about that. For Hasit, it's time to go. They got to fire from both the ends. Ranvit done a good job. 9 deliveries, 15. Showcased his capability of picking up a boundary whenever required. Only a single. Oh, not even a single. That's not the right approach. Even though they scored a boundary, still only managing to score 6 runs. That not too good. 8 done, 57 for 3.
Yeah, 57 for 3. Yeah, like you mentioned, Dhammika, now have a look at that. Even with a boundary, they only managed 6 runs, and there were 3 dot balls, and the last 2 balls were dot balls courtesy of Hasit just prodding it in front of him. And now that will kill the batting coach, that kind of an approach, because at this stage you cannot afford to play dot balls.
Now he's scoring less than a run a ball. 23 deliveries, 21. Time to cut loose. Hasit need to go bang, bang, bang. Slower. Still worked it away really nicely. Only be a single. So predominantly spin-heavy attack. We saw a couple of faster bowlers. Charit did reasonably well. Kandy Customs got what it required.
Yeah, new bowler, Ramindu. Ramindu might be the option for Hasit to take a chance on. That first one was a rank half pitcher. Oh.
All good.
I think Jayasena is Jayasena has responded very well. I think he's the one who is urging his partner, okay, get me back on strike, otherwise you can't keep on playing dot balls at this stage. So nicely played. He seems to have batting on this pitch before, hasn't he, Ramid Jayasena, because he's timing the ball very nicely at the minute.
Even his defensive shots earning him a single. Complete opposite when it comes to Hasit. 24 deliveries, 22. He's the one who spent time in the middle, should be looking at picking up a boundary every 4 ball. It's not happening at the moment. That's nice. Started to wonder whether he heard what we are saying. Still only a single.
Yeah, but the intention was good. I think he was aiming that over extra cover, but came on the outside part of his bat. That's why it went towards cover. Nicely bowled.
Sorry.
That ball turned a bit, didn't it? So that's why it's important, like I said, you need to target a bowler, you need to target an end. So off spinner might be the option for Hasit to take a chance on, and run with at the minute, handle the left arm orthodox spinner quite well. So you could work in tandem, don't you? You need to support each other, and Hasit needs to come to the party here.
It provides absolutely no pace. There you go, very slow through the air. Fuller delivery, should have at least taken a single instead. It's a dot ball to complete the 9th. 7 more remaining, 62 for 3. Time is right for both the batters to wind it up. 42 deliveries. They should be eyeing close to 60 runs. That way they get close to 120, 130 as a fighting total. We saw they do have a very strong bowling attack. Few spinners who could do well. A couple of seamers, including Lahiru Abesingha, did well for them. If needed, Ravit Jayasena, he could bring himself into the attack. Looks like we got another bowling change. Hasidhu coming into the attack. Hasidhu Piyumal, right arm, medium. Lovely, isn't it? Straight bat through the line of the delivery, gets a single, moves to the other end. I certainly wouldn't mind seeing Ranmit Jayasena on strike rather than Hasid, because Ranmit could pick up a boundary at any given time. On the other hand, Hasid, he's more of a nudger.
Yeah, this might be another option for Hasid to try and be unpredictable as possible, because he's bowling gentle medium pace. Fine leg up inside the circle, try and play the field. That's gonna miss too.
He's showcasing his intent, but the technique and the temperament, nothing comes off. 6.86 current run rate, below 7 and over. At one point, they gotten it above 7.5. They got only 7 overs remaining. Got to keep that in mind. Full toss worked away in the gap for 4. That wrist work so prominent. Flew to the boundary.
Yeah, it was a full toss, all right, but you still have to have the skill set to put it away. So at the moment, not only he's timing the ball well, Dhammika, he knows exactly where the gaps are and didn't try to overhit it. Just puts it in the gap and collects a boundary. So much needed one. Next three deliveries will be also vital for Jayasen and Hasit, because if they can turn at least 3 to 4 runs, so they got that 9-10 runs over that they're looking for. Shot. That's disappeared. Oh, I think it just went over. Well,
that's exactly the reason why I mentioned Ranmit Jayasena should be on strike more often than not. Couple of boundaries. He looks like the player who can pick up boundaries.
Yeah, that's exactly what we are talking about. The pressure on the bowler, because that full toss was put away for 4. Bowler was trying to overcompensate his length and bowled a rank half pitcher. And Jayasena knew exactly what was going to come. Very quickly transferred his weight onto the back foot and got the gap again. So it's the pressure that you require when you play these T20 cricket. It's all about momentum. So right now, the way Jayasena is batting, there's a lot of pressure on the bowlers.
Well bowled, in line with the stumps, gentle dab down the ground. All it took, it's a couple of boundaries to get the run rate over 7. Excellent over so far. 11 runs off, another boundary. Ragama certainly wouldn't mind. Hasta, he's well set. I'm starting to notice harder he try, he's not middling it. That happens sometime. It'll all come down to your techniques, your fluency. There's the final delivery of the 10th over. Oh, excellent slower delivery coming down the track. Dot ball to complete. A fantastic over for Ragama. 73 for 3 after 10. Partnership is in progress. Ranmit Jayasena largely responsible. Despite spending time in the middle, it's been a struggle for Hasit. On 24, I think it's time for him to cut loose. We've already said that 10 overs gone, only 6 more overs remaining, 36 deliveries. They can get close to 55-60 runs. That'll be a fighting total. 73 for 3. You probably think below par. You're starting to notice few droplets of water. That's nicely played into the gap. Fielder couldn't stop it. Once again, that improvisation. Nice roll of the wrist to get the placement done. Big arc, big levers, another boundary.
It's exactly what I was talking to you about. Dhammika playing the field. She didn't try to overhit it. For you to play it fine, your conventional sweep shot, you need to get your arms around above your shoulder to come down from high to low. That's exactly what he did then. On the back foot, in the gap again. At least 2 here. Yep. He seems like he's been playing for a while, hasn't he? Ranmit Jayasena hitting the gaps at will. Pressure on the bowler here, 6 off the first 2.
I was about to say how swiftly he moves. He got enough. That's the advantage of having long levers. There is power. Beautiful bat swing, gets it over wide long on for another huge 6. Excellent over, 12 runs already. Ranmit Jayasena on the move.
Again, very well timed. Cleared with ease, didn't he? Oh, one of the rare dot balls by Ranmit Jayasena. 7.97 the current rate. Oh, overthrow. But Hasit has gone past the stumps of fairway. Projected score 128. But I'll tell you what, if Ranvir Jayasena can bat the next 5 overs, I'm pretty sure they'll go close to scoring 150, 160 at least.
Absolutely right. He's in the mood. He's on the move. Was it the right decision? We'll find that out. Single to complete a fantastic over for Ragama Cricket Club after 1187 for 3. Apart from a couple of bowlers, rest of them been very expensive. Charit, I thought, done a decent job. Nirbal picked up a wicket, went for 9 and over. Kavisha also picked up a wicket. Apart from that, rest of the bowlers, nothing much. And Hasidhu, in the meantime, went for 11 and over, which is not good. Excellent partnership, close to 50 runs, one short of 50 to be exact.
Yeah, those who have just joined us, it's a 16-over game. 5 more overs to come. Over extra cover, that'll be in the gap. Mistimed lofted shot, a fumble will allow the batters to cross over for the second. Yeah, the time has come for Hasit to go after every delivery as well.
That's the point I'm trying to explain. Partnership 52 runs, Ranvir Jayasena scoring 41 out of them. Imagine. So Hasit been a mere passenger during this partnership. Try to whack it and miss it. It's been all too familiar side now.
Yeah, I know Ranvir is not very happy from the non-strikers, and he's seeing it all unfolding, but you cannot afford to play dot balls at this stage.
And I'll tell you what, it puts additional pressure on top of this young man's shoulders. That's not good because he's trying to do something extravagant. He's so natural when it comes to striking boundaries. Already done that. Got the run rate close to 8 and over. But when you see few dot deliveries from the other end, you tend to do something extra.
This will be interesting. Left arm orthodox against Jayasena. Yep. Oh, just in front. But the amazing ability that he has, he is still hitting the gaps. That wasn't powerfully hit. Wasn't off the middle of the bat by any means, but still it was in the gap. So that's why he's scoring all these boundaries. I don't know whether this is the right option for the left arm orthodox spinner to come over the wicket and give him the angle that he requires to maneuver it on over mid-wicket, over square leg.
Wrist work. That's where he get the placement. Obviously, powerful lad. We've spoken about long frame. Doing few adjustments.
Yeah, now there are 4 fielders on the onside. Deep square leg. Deep mid-wicket. One at cow corner and a long on. So the offside, there's only long off outside the circle. And he goes over extra cover. Once again, immaculately placed for another boundary.
They set a predominantly onside field. He goes over extra cover region. Intelligent batting. One shot, a well compiled half century. Man of the moment.
Yeah,
that was wide and tough to hit those.
Yeah, that was a poor delivery after adjusting the field. You can't give width outside the off stump. You got all the protection you need on the onside. Yeah, you got to be a lot straighter. Huge appeal, but I think the impact was outside the line. So, dot ball to finish the 12th. Ragama Cricket Club, after winning the toss this afternoon, they are 98 for 3 with Jayasena on 49.
Partnership 61 runs, 49 of them came out of Ranvir Jayasena's bat. Goes to tell you the impact he had. He was the dominant partner. Right now, the responsibility for Hasit would be to get a single, get Ranmit Jayasen on strike, nothing else, because he's been struggling to find boundaries. If he tries to score more boundaries, he'll obviously miss out on opportunities. There will be a few dot balls, not the ideal scenario. Skipper Dyers bringing in more changes. They've been under little pressure now. Started off really well, picked up 3 wickets, kept Ragama batters under tight leash, but now they are breaking free thanks to the skipper. What a knock so far. The team management as well as the coaching staff hoping that he stays till the end. That's lovely. Where was he hiding all those shots all this while? Proper footwork, got to the pitch of the ball, gets the first 6.
At last, he got figured all out. Beauty of it was not only he used his feet, where the point of impact was. You on a wicket like this, on a skidding track, the point of impact matters. You need to hit it in front, and that's exactly what he did, didn't he? Hasit, I think this might be only the second boundary in his whole inning. So, well, that'll give him load of confidence to handle things from here on in. Because he came down the track, then he was presented a half tracker, missed out on that one.
Stay on strike, skipper says Hasita, after picking up a wonderful boundary straight down the ground. Now getting skipper on strike. I thought he has done his job. 35 of 34. In Tier B, you need someone to get along. Stick the inning together. Otherwise, when you're trying to hit everything out of the park, you're going to lose too many wickets. Nice. Will they come back for the second? No, they won't.
That's 50 for Ranmit Jayasen. A magnificent innings. Timing, placement, everything right about that innings. 200% the strike rate. 7 fours. Did he hit only 1 6? Hit more than 1. But yeah.
Yeah, he got 1 over mid-wicket region with lovely wrist work. He was looking very good at Morotua, missing out. But today, he looks determined, made sure that he will make the most out of it. That sounded really nice off the bat. That should go all the way. Got to the pitch of the ball. Lovely bat swing. Middled it perfectly.
Yeah, he's bowling like a medium pace, isn't he? Wow, Shada. That kind of speed and you give that kind of length. That was nicely picked. Again, the point of impact from in front. Suddenly, he seems like he's got it all figured out. Hasit, 41 of 35. That's another one. That's gone. High, long and handsome. 2 sixes on the bounce. Another terrific hit.
Now he's the sort of a player who loves to stay out there in the middle and get himself comfortable. Just like that. Bang. Over wide long on region for another huge 6. This is the 3rd in this over. Makes it the best over in the innings. 118 for 3. Still delivery to come after this. 3 more overs remaining. Ideal scenario. He stays on strike at this stage. Ragama certainly wouldn't mind. Both the batters looking dangerous after 13. 119 for 3. Excellent partnership. 82 of 48 deliveries. Large contribution obviously by Ranmit Jayasen, a skipper. Off late, has it been doing major damage? 3 huge sixes. Things looking up for for Ragama Cricket Club as skipper, deciding to introduce Charit into the action. First 2 overs, fairly decent, given away only 11 runs. But this is the crunch stage. Only 3 more overs remaining.
Since it's a 16-over game, one bowler is allowed to bowl, can bowl 4 overs. Then 4 others will have to contend with 3. So they'll have to figure out who they're going to use to bowl those 4 overs. And I think Charit might be a good option because at the moment these 2 batters have got the drop on the spinners. There'll be slow balls, there'll be shorter balls. Keeps Quayle deep into a long on in place. Opens his bottom hand and gives the strike to his skipper, who is in terrific form at the minute.
If you can't hit a boundary, get a single, move to the other end, because run with Jayasena looks $1 million. 50 off 25 deliveries, strike rate 200%. He'll be looking for more. Probably tried to hit it too hard. Got the toe end of the bat. No real power there, only a single.
Yeah, just running his fingers over the seam. Took the pace right off. Jayasena was a fraction early into his shot. So dot balls is like gold at this stage, with only 16 delivery left remaining in this innings. Pereira, there you are, 38 deliveries. Another slow delivery, top edge. That will land in right in the middle between point and deep extra cover.
Caught up with number of deliveries. I mean, he was striking less than a runner ball, but very useful half century under the circumstances, because he needs someone to support him. I'm referring to run with Jayasena, to feel confident about, to feel secure.
Yeah, I think the way he played, it was a blessing in disguise that he got Ramit from the other end, batting like a champion, isn't he? So he took his time, and otherwise, if he had a very similar kind of partner from the other end, there would have been a lot of pressure on the batting side, and batters to come for that matter. So because of run with acceleration and improvisation, Hasit was able to do what he did the last from the ball one. So because it's a rain shortened game, 16 overs per team. Now suddenly they've got a very good platform to build up on a very, very good score.
Apart from missing out on few scoring opportunities, he's been rotating strike well enough. That's how he got Ramit on strike. Slower delivery once again, straight to the fielder. According to our scores, he got to the 50 a little while earlier, but nevertheless, he'll appreciate that. They like it. Ragama sensing it. This is a good score. With 2 overs and a delivery remaining, crunch time coming, I'm sure both the batters will go all guns blazing. Down the leg side, a wide. Came off, yes, it was given. I initially thought that one brushed the pads, not the case. Another extra to the total, 125 now.
The umpire took a bit of time, didn't he, to give the wide? He spoiled the over. Up until that, it was a terrific over. Single off every delivery. Yeah, way down. Yeah, the extra ball. Ramika, if this gets dispatched to a boundary, he'll be livid with himself, Charit. Nicely bowled. Opportunity. Wow, what a catch. What a magnificent catch. I'll tell you what, we've seen some screamers in this game, and that was right up there. That was a terrific grab.
Absolutely brilliant. They've set such high standards with their fielding. they were needing a special effort to dismiss this young man. Right outside the off stump. Got the elevation. Take a look at it. A stunner.
Jason goes for 52 of 28. Very nice hand indeed. 125 for 4.
New batsman walks in. By then, run with Jayasena done a major damage. 52 of 27. Strike rate outstanding. And Hasit, he's been picking up boundaries at will lately. Projected scores 143. They'll be pushing towards 150, 155. That'll be a challenging ask, I have no doubts. 15th over, the penultimate over. Charit, I thought done a brilliant job. 3 overs, picked up a wicket, given away only 17 runs. Especially previous over, mixing his deliveries up. Apart from that wide, it was an excellent over. At the end, deservedly so, he picked up a wicket. Here's the penultimate over. Hasindu is into the attack. That was asking to be hit. Rank long half, well dealt with. Another 6 over square leg region. He's on the move. He looks very dangerous now.
Yeah, now that they got Amit Jason as wicket, I thought they'll be quite happy to try and minimize this onslaught. But that was not very good bowling. Basically, he stood deep in his crease. A modern day T20 batters, it's, at this stage of the inning, sometimes they're expecting that full bunger, the Yorker, the block hole, and then when you stay deep in your crease and you get a short delivery like that, that's what's better. He's targeting that leg side area. Asit. That was a lot better.
Probably would have hoped to start that way, but that 6 delivery was, more towards leg. Needing no invitation, Hasit dispatched that one over square leg region for another huge 6. Goes over extra cover region. There are no fielders. Oh, a misfield. Quite easily coming back for the second. Pressured. Make you do weird things. Under normal circumstances, pretty safe field.
They've set pretty high standards when it comes to catching, but at times their ground fielding hasn't been up to the mark, has it? Another fumble. On a conditions like this, on a ground like this, there's no excuse to fumble. It looks an immaculate outfield, really. Nicely rolled in. Flick in the gap. Another couple. So 10 off already with 2 deliveries to come in this over. Suddenly, contribution from Hasit. 61 off 44 is not too shabby at all.
Absolutely not. The other day they failed to make an impression, only scoring 130 plus. But today, make no mistakes, Hasita, he was determined. 2 more deliveries still remaining. Excellent delivery. Right on the block hole. Very little, even a settled batter like Hasit could do.
When you have the ability to bowl that kind of deliveries, I sometimes can't fathom out why these bowlers are trying to do differently. And any format, it's a pretty difficult delivery to put away the Yorker right in the block hole. Just missed his length by about a foot, but Hasit couldn't get the elevation he wanted. I think the idea was to go over the bowler's head. So good finish after getting hammered for a 6 in his first ball. 11 all up. Asindu is finished for the day. Ragama 136 for 4.
There goes the progression. First 4 overs, not too bad. Lost a wicket. Then they start to go down, dip a little bit. But after that, 9 to 12. Wow.
Yeah, the last two skyscrapers, from the 9th over onwards, they started their onslaught and started to launch to all parts, didn't they? Jayasen and Hasit. So Charis to bowl the last. In the block hole. Over the bowler's head. That's another magnificent hit. Aiming for that Yorker. Missed his length by about 9 inches. And now that he has batted the full 20 overs, he's seeing it like a football, isn't he?
Indeed. And he played that shot particularly well. As good as anybody. Given the full Monty. Got the very strong base. So all he needs is to get a proper bat swing, which he does it perfectly well. 6-2 start up the final over. Just couldn't have asked for a better start. Even after the dismissal of run with Jayasena, 17 runs of 7 deliveries. Slower delivery. Works well. Oh my goodness. They certainly wouldn't mind because they'll have Hasit on strike. Kavinder was very keen on getting to the other end. I thought totally unnecessary. Anyway, no bigger damage.
Well, sometimes you got to take every run. And I think Hasit wanted the strike. I don't think the brain trust of Ragama will be very happy with that kind of an effort, because at this stage you got to run for everything and look for that extra run. The batter is not happy either. Kavinder Ishwara didn't trust his partner, didn't he, Hasit? He thought, well, let me do it by myself.
Out without facing a delivery. 4 more deliveries to come. They are still in with a chance of reaching 160. But this total already looks a formidable one. Inner part of the bat, no real connection, should only be a single. Now the new batsman will be on strike. Very strong looking man, broad shoulders. I have no doubts he can swing it.
Yeah, Malisha, similar kind of stature to, oh, that's very poor. Yeah, similar kind of stature to Jayasen, isn't he, Malisha? Tall, lanky. Look at one more hit. That 4th wicket partnership. Malisha Silva, left-hander. Firmly towards mid-on. Just a single. So the man who faced the very first ball, Hasit, will have the opportunity to face the penultimate ball of this innings.
Inside the dugout, it's like, come on mate, couple of more boundaries. 69 of 49. Excellent knock. Oh, excellent slower delivery. They go for a single and gets it quite comfortably. Malaysia gets the opportunity. No, they're coming back for the second. This is poor. We saw that happening yesterday. It's happening today.
Yeah, unnecessary. Both batters have completed the run. That throw was in vain, wasn't it? Not only giving an extra run, and you are bringing Hasit back on strike.
He'll be eyeing, most probably, over mid-wicket. I have no doubts. Charit will go for a slower delivery. Conventional delivery. Outside the off stump, just a single to complete a fantastic knock. Needing 148 runs to win this game. The target will be a stiff one. I thought Ragama CC paced out their innings perfectly well thanks to skipper Ranmit Jayasena, and Hasid batted so well. Initially, he's been assisting the skipper. He was the ideal foil, picking up singles and getting Ranmit Jayasena on strike. But after the dismissal of Ranmit Jayasena, starting to bat it all parts of the field.
Yeah, 148 in 96. That's the equation. It's not a mammoth one, but it is a challenging one. The target, good batting conditions. Hasid opened the batting. He made sure that he stayed till the end, 70 off 51. But the real momentum came in that middle when Ranmit Jayasena walked into the middle, 52 off 28. There were some terrific hits. I think those are the two that kept Ragama total going, and 147 for 5 after 16.
And Gamini, you saw during their 52-run partnership, he scored something like 43 runs. Goes to tell you his dominance. Only 3 bowlers managing to pick up wickets. Charit, I thought he done outstandingly well. 4 overs, 26 for 1. Nirmal thought did well, but went for few. Kavisha picked up a wicket, given away 17 runs. The rest of the bowlers haven't been able to pick up a wicket. But Dinuk, his 2 overs were economical, 5.5. But they got a very stiff target chase. You must have a look at the highlight package. Excellent catch. A stunner to get the first wicket. Then Hasid got things moving. Abhay Singha joining in with timely boundaries. This is the dismissal. Very unfortunate. A run out. I thought the bounce was kind for the fielder. Thereafter, bit of a lull period. Plum in front. Absolutely no doubt. He was a dead duck. Ranmit Jayasena. With his arrival, boundaries starting to flow. They were struggling before that. He's been timing superbly well, just like that. Excellent wrist work towards mid-wicket region. That one hit away, spanked it away. Excellent placement. Got the wrist work once again. Fabulous knock. That's the 6 over mid-wicket region. He kept on going. Then this man decided it's time to unwind. That's a dismissal, another stunner. Huge 6 over deep square leg region. And he played that shot as good as anybody. Straight down the ground. That's a run out. Hasid didn't move an inch. All in all, excellent day with the bat in hand. Equation 148 runs. They've got 96 deliveries. It'll be a one heck of a chase. We'll take a short break and come back with exciting chase. Welcome back. The chase is on. Ragama posting a commanding total on the board. It's a reduced number of overs. Now it's up to Kandy to get their act together. They too have a very good young side. Few exciting batters. It's about get your game plan underway. It's a beautiful venue. Picturesque surrounding, lush green. Batting. Skipper does the job with his fine half century, 52 runs off 28, plenty of boundaries and sixes. And the opener, Hasit, valiant knock, 70 off 51, propelled them to 147, a commanding total. But in this version, all it takes, couple of good performances for Kandy Custom to get over the line. 148 required of 96. Very exciting chase coming your way. Kamini Perera once again joining alongside me.
Like you said, it's a very challenging tour. They will need a batter or two to play a freakish get some make a contribution very quickly to ease out the pressure on the run rate. And, it's not total that you can't take your foot off the pedal at any given time. So they need to go from the very first ball. Opportunity that was traveling at least 2. That's all they get.
That wasn't too far away from the slip fielder. He was anticipating that, but unfortunately couldn't get his timing right. You need super quick reflexes to be able to grab those. Hasindu opening up his account with that couple. Ragama, interestingly, starting off with spin bowlers. Amita. That one came in. I thought he'd done well to guard his stumps. Got the bat down right in time, straight to the fielder. It's important keeping scoring 8, maybe 7 runs and over at least. Well bowled. There is some turn.
And also, bit of a loop, hasn't he? He got the ball to dip. That's why Hasin has to make the adjustment and going through the line. Deep mid wicket in place, long off in place. Right now there's a subtle change. So mid wicket comes inside the ring. Mid on goes back. They definitely need to make use of this power play if Kandy go on to win this match. 4.5 deliveries to be precise. A bit of cat and mouse games happening in the middle. Dhamika.
Right from the start, Ragama knows that Kandy got a very strong batting lineup too. Oh, that was plumb in front. Straight in line with the stumps, played across the line of the delivery, missing it altogether. Hasindu perishes for 2.
Yeah, straightish one, wasn't it? Quicker through the mid-wicket fielder came inside the ring, so he was targeting that area, didn't he? Let's have another look. Batting on off stump. Yeah. That would have definitely clipped the stump, so it would have been umpire's call. So good start for Ragama, getting rid of Hasindu Piumal for 2. 1 for 2.
As the new batsman walking in, Ragama certainly got what they required. They were hoping for a better start with the ball in hand. The start wasn't a good one with the bat in hand, of course. They had to recover, regather the momentum, and end up scoring 140 plus. But right now, just what the doctor ordered, picked up a wicket. You immediately put brakes on scoring Irud Gimshan, a left-hander. Ooh. He was hoping that one to turn, but went on with the arm. Not too far away from the outside edge. Very tentative. Safely negotiated. A fantastic first over to start the proceedings for Ragama. After 1, 2 for 1. You're spot on, Gamini. There's no point of hanging around. Required run rate already touching 10. It's about go hell for leather. Looks like a seamer, Kavisha, coming into the attack. Two new batters yet to get off the mark. 2 for 1. Not the ideal situation, but they have no options. Outside the off stump, extra run to the total. Looks like youngster Kavisha got a little bit of pace.
I'll tell you what, I know it's a wide, but that was a golden opportunity to get your bat. Because third man was inside the circle. You get a boundary. You need to take into consideration a few things. That's putting a hell of a lot of pressure on the bowler, hitting a boundary first ball of the over, and then the confidence that you get out of that shot, scoring a boundary. But he was quite happy to just take the wide, didn't he?
Would have been an ideal start as a batter. He was a little tentative, isn't it? Not too sure whether to go for it. Play a scoring shot or to duck underneath. At the end, he lets it go. A wide and a dot ball. You're right about that previous delivery. Was wide. Helit Edurisinghe, left-hander. They got to bat as a team to get over the total. Shouldn't be expecting a player or two to do the job for them. Nicely bowled. Little dab. He's off the mark. All it takes a couple of good efforts, just like Ramit Jayasena and the opening batter. Very decent over so far. Plenty of fielders on the offside. Oh, he decided. I wonder whether he's hearing what you're saying. Similar delivery, just dabbed it away. That was there to be hit.
Yeah,
Gentle
good
touch.
awareness. Very good awareness. See, as a batter, you know where your fielders are. We saw that when Ramit Jayasena was batting, he was class of his own, wasn't he? So, you see a field like this, and you know, when you get a short delivery outside the off stump, you know, it should be a bread and butter shot. It's a no-brainer, really. So you are going to collect a boundary every single time.
In this format, you would go for it even with the third man in. Down the leg side, only be a single. Field placement has been precise from Ranvir Jayasena. It's a good comeback delivery by Kavish after conceding a boundary. The target is 148, a stiff one, but all it takes, a couple of good batting efforts. Both the left-handers out there in the middle looking very stylish. I have no doubts they are capable. It's just about trusting your ability and execute your game plan. Oh, that's an in-dipper. He was trying to make a little bit of room, probably trying to dab that one towards third. Oh, that's a direct hit. Loud shout. I certainly wouldn't mind having a look side on.
Yeah, it was quite a casual effort by the batter, looking to ground the bat. Yeah, that moved considerably off the track. That could have easily hit that helmet behind the wicketkeeper, Dhammika. Oh, see, that's not the way to ground your bat. You need to start grounding your bat before the crease, before the line. He just put it over the top, didn't he? Very lucky. Not a lot in that.
He obviously looks very stylish, but not been effective so far. 2 overs done, 11 for 1. Once again, having a look at the equation, it's getting tougher by the minute. 137 runs of 84 deliveries. Like I said, right from the word go, they got to go bang, bang, bang. Need 10 and over minimum, especially inside the first power play. You make the most out of it, then you can see where you stand.
Kavinda.
Absolutely no doubts. This is the time to do it. Just a bit of spin worked away, just a single. I think you need to show the aggressive intent. They're lacking that.
So many gaps inside the ring because 5 fielders outside. You're going to get a single every day of the week. That now it has to be different. 2 fielders outside. You need to have a fair red. Go at it. Oh, quicker delivery. That done him right up. Ball neck and crop.
I tell you what, Helit knew very little about it. It was slanted in towards the batter, kept coming on, probably trying to make a little bit of room. Had absolutely no opportunities. There you go. Feet's going nowhere, stranded inside the crease. Tend to happen. Helit addressing out for one. He's been struggling. Now Kandy Customs in dire straits. 12 for 2.
Balangin na eh, balangin. Right hand.
Kandy Custom definitely not the start they would have hoped for. As we speak, sun hidden behind the cloud. All of a sudden, things looking very pleasant, very bright. Of course, no issues there. No imminent threat of rain. Ragama Cricket Club right on top, dictating terms on the opposition and well in control. Kavinda couldn't have asked for a better start. A single, straight away picking up a wicket. A quicker delivery, pounced down the ground, but straight to the fielder. I mean, you as a coach knows that they got to get their footwork right, showcase aggressive intent, do something out of the box. Otherwise, there's absolutely no point of hanging around. That's in the gap. That was asking to be hit. A quicker delivery by Kavinda, slanted across the batsman. Got enough bat in the gap. Much needed boundary. As they say, someone need to take the initiative. Ranmit Jayasena did that. They're going to need someone pretty badly, pretty soon. Third over in progress. Already lost a couple of wickets. Required run rate, my goodness. Bit of a miscue. There are no fielders. Fielder, I thought, did really well to get close, but that wasn't a catch.
That was very poor running. This only took one for that one. That went at least 15 yards onto the right side of that mid-wicket fielder. That was Hasit. 16 for 2, or 17 I should say. 17 for 2 after 3 overs.
They've got only 11 deliveries inside the first power play. Not much you can do within that period. Try and make the most of it. Ravindu 2 deliveries on 4, Iruth 6 deliveries. I'd like to see aggressive intent, not without conviction, of course. That's poor down the leg side, an extra. I mean, you need to showcase it, otherwise there's no way of applying pressure on the bowler. They'll do that every day, sticking to one line of length and make things tougher and tougher for the batsman. They know for a fact they are in front of the game at the moment, having picked up 2 wickets.
If I remember correctly, when Kandy were bowling, there was only a solitary extra. But comes to Ragama, I think that's still not the way to do it. I think Ragama have a cushion of 148 runs, so they can afford to bowl a wide or 2 here, and they're already at 4 extras in 3 overs, and their current run rate is 5.68, nowhere near what you require.
Yes, they do have a cushion, but the start wasn't a bright one for Ragama as well. Kandy certainly would mind taking a leaf out of Ragama's book. Well bowled. He was little tentative whether to go on the front foot or to go on the back foot. Stranded in between. Very tentative little jab. Nothing much. High on confidence, you can say that by looking at the body language of Ragama bowlers as well as the fielders. Skipper leading the side perfectly well. Current run rate 5.4, required run rate already 10.26. Once again, try to blast that one down the ground, inner part of the bat straight to the fielder for no run. Wasted opportunities these are. I can remember we are talking about it. You spoke about the muscle memory. Training extensively right throughout the week for these type of situations. Hitting it hard. But unfortunately, for a change, that'll do the trick. That was needed for a long while. Finally, it arrives.
Yeah, a lot more of those. You just have to get your base right and swing through the line of the delivery and mid on up in the circle, so you're going to get plenty of value. So it took him 4 deliveries to figure that out in this over. So 10 runs per over required at this stage, so that's better. That's up in the air as well. Oh, wow.
That one gained so much of height in the air for a long time, I tell you. The fielder was inside 30-yard circle. He was there, close to the boundary. Going, and kept going. There you go. He ran good 20, maybe 25 meters. Still couldn't get there. 2 runs nevertheless. I like it. They are showcasing fighting spirit, aggressive intent, excellent over. 4 done, 24 for 2. One, 2, 4, 72 balls. Tough ask. All it takes, boundaries. How many of them? They're going to need at least close to 10, maybe 15 boundaries to get close at least. But right now, I'm impressed with Ravindu, who moves to 11. It looks like he's a capable batter. More changes. Malaysia comes into the attack.
5 balls remaining in the first power play. I reckon they need at least 3 boundaries in the space of these 5 deliveries if they want to give it a shake. No, the wrong intention. He's waiting to get a single. It should be the other way around. You wait to hit the ball.
While chasing, you got to keep DL power score in your mind as well. That's a miscue. Can fielder come underneath? Yes, he can. Run with Jayasena. Easy as you like. Takes a good catch and another one bites the dust. Just when they are starting to look aggressive, loses another wicket. With that, the momentum. 3 down, 24.
Nicely done. Slowed it right throughout, and you got to take a chance. If that happens, so be it, because he wasted delivery before that. All these deliveries are very vital when you see 7 deliveries, 6 runs under a run a ball when you require 10 runs per over from the word go. 24 for 3.
Looks like we got another left-hander walking into the middle. Thus it's picking up a wicket. It was an excellent start for his spell. Yashoda Lanka. Oh, Yashoda. Is that the skipper? Yes, Yashoda Dias. I beg your pardon for that. It looks like Yashoda Mendis. Once again, correction. Can he do the job? He looks a powerful lad. Here's Dasit. Nicely flighted. Just a bit of turn straight to the fielder for no run. You need someone to play a blinder. Shortened game, just 16 overs per side. Chasing a huge target. Struck away really nicely. Straight to the fielder. It was a close call. Skipper Yashoda Mendis gets off the mark with that single.
Last ball.
The required rate is climbing. Very close to 12 runs per over. This is the final ball of the first power play. Those should be wides, wouldn't it? At least 2. Oh, that's gone to the boundary. Oh, leg byes. It doesn't matter how it comes, but they'll take it anyhow.
Ramidu starting to showcase aggressive intent. Thus it decided to pitch it on his pads. Made the mistake. Our wicketkeeper stood very little chance. Gone all the way for 4 wides, 5 extra runs. Kandy Customs certainly wouldn't mind. We had iffy weather right throughout the day as we speak, even though the pictures you're looking at is very bright. There are clouds hovering right on top of us. Singles and twos not going to do a bigger damage. What they need is boundaries. Looks like the fielder pulled a muscle in the process. Very good over. 5 extras only. Otherwise, would have been even better. 118, 66. Delivered just 11 overs, which means they got to score more than 11 runs an over.
අයියේ අවෙන්න
Power play overs are done. They were hoping for a bigger finish to the power play. That really didn't happen. Amit already picked up a wicket into his second over now. There you go. Having a look at the wonderful surroundings, so much greenery. Sort of a place you love spending time. That sounded nice, but now there are protection in the deep. Sensing a good return. All they need is force the batsman to go for singles or twos. This is, I mentioned, required run rate already above 11 and over. It'll jump up to 12, 13, 15 in no time.
Yeah, power play to forget. Last 30 balls, just 29 runs, losing 3 wickets along the way. Just 3 fours. That's where it matters. No sixes to speak of. Very lazy effort, wasn't it, Amita? Well, not the quickest guy over the ground, but just hit powerfully.
Luckily, the bowler not done a damage to his middle finger. There you go. Went with a single-handed effort.
If he didn't get a hand on that one, I reckon the umpire would have been in grave danger.
Umpires these days needs quick reflexes. Still only a single. Powerful ball down the ground. So far it's been disappointing. How many boundaries? 3 maximum. Inside 5.3 overs when you're chasing a score of 140 plus. Certainly not gonna be enough. That's what I'm talking about. You need power, you need aggression, you need sixes, you need boundaries. Skipper, understanding the fact, depositing that one way away from mid-wicket bound.
Come on. Come on.
Absolutely right. He got the power, got the aggression. Back-to-back sixes, serious momentum now on their side. But the only thing, they will have to keep on doing it right till the end. Skipper must be feeling great about those 2 huge sixes. Carbon copy of a previous 6. That one went further than the previous 6. Struck beautifully. Sounded nice off the bat. At least 90 meters, I can tell you.
So one way delivery to come, Amita. Will he take a chance? I'll tell you what, this ball is going to be at least 10 yards quicker than his last two. He's going to dart this in outside the
first
stump.
one. And the second one.
Come on there.
Holds nothing given the full Monty hitting the giant scoreboard. That'll do it. Excellent over, just the kind of over they needed to get go. 16 runs off. They're on the march. 6 gone, 46 for 3. with that excellent over. Two worms converging. In fact, at this stage, Kandy Customs is in front.
Yeah, at this stage, Ragama were trying to look into consolidate, weren't they? With Hasit and Jayasen had just walked in at that point, and they really took off around that 9th over. The last 6 overs, they scored over 80 runs, so they need to catch up on this. I don't think Kandy Customs can wait for that long to take off, so they need to find some fluency. Off spinner.
Good piece of bowling, loud shout. No is the call by the umpire. Excellent piece of glove work.
Very sharp on
Any
it.
case.
Yeah, this is where he needs to be tactful. Yeah, so the off spinner turning the ball. Oh, he did just lifted in. Oh, just in a heartbeat, he got it down.
Got
The nick
it
of
out.
time, and yeah, he need to pick his bowlers. Obviously, off spinner, there is a risk involved. The right hander might have to take the off spinner on.
Got it out, got it in right in time. Was a close score. It sounded nice. Got the hand. That'll slow it down. Only a single. Excellent piece of field. There you go. Youngster diving to his right. Left rather. Couple of boundaries, if not at least a boundary per over, compulsory right now. Well, that looks nice. Where was he hiding all this? Spanked it over extra cover region for a much needed boundary.
Yeah, this is what you call a good partnership. You got to realize that your role in this front chase. So right hand against the off spinner, clearing his front leg, going over extra cover. Good strike that. So 5 off the first 3. Another boundary will make it a very good over.
Less than 10 overs remaining. All they need is a couple of good overs, just like the previous one, where skipper Yashoda Mendes hit the bowler for 2 huge sixes rather, and 96. All of a sudden, equation getting closer. I'm sure run rate is on the up. Very quickish sort of off-spin bowler. Previous delivery was a slower one. Down the ground, gets a single. I have no doubts by now. He should be the man who can do the job. 19 for Ravindu. Yashoda taken him just 9 deliveries, already on 17 partnership. Came in no time, 29 runs of 15 deliveries. Ravindu, very quickish sort of a bowler. At time, as a batsman, you enjoy that.
All 4 fielders inside the ring are behind the batter. 3 on the off, 1 at fine leg. So every single time when you play it in front, you get an at least 1. So 8 off that over. After 7, completed 54 for 3.
It's getting closer and closer. 94 runs required, 54 deliveries. Yashoda Mendes, certainly a capable striker. The one who can do the job for Kandy Customs. I'm repeating what I'm saying. They got 9 more overs remaining. All they need is 2-3 excellent overs. And 2 batters out there in the middle, Ravindu and Yashoda. Both of them quite capable of doing that.
Chinot. Yeah. That's a single off the first delivery.
I like that youngster. I've got the delivery to sip on. Very, very interesting to see his approach against very dangerous Mendes. Required run rate still hovering around 10 plus. Oh, way outside the off stump. Mendes still went for it. Made solid connection, but only be a single.
It's a low percentage shot, really. Wide outside the off stump. That's the ball that you could have probably left.
It was wide that he left it.
Yeah. 32 off 18. That's a partnership. Ideally, wrist spinners being used in wide ball formats to get a breakthrough. Kandy not do the same. Current run rate 7.74.
Ramidu has already demonstrated that he is also capable of picking up boundaries. That fat hit towards extra cover region, certainly very impressive. Couple of boundaries for over. As simple as that. Ooh, that one once again kept low, went on.
Yeah, that's the wrong one. Came from the back of the hand. Have a look at this one. Back of the hand goes the other way. Yeah, good option that. Obviously, Ramidu is looking to play with the turn towards the onside, the cow corner, but that's a good option. This one over extra cover. 4 more.
He's particularly strong towards extra cover region. Both the boundaries through that region. Rank long hop. Too much room outside the off stump. Once again the wrong end. But this time, too much room. And Ramidu, not the sort of a player who's going to miss out, spanking away for another boundary. So they got a boundary, 2 more deliveries remaining. Can they pick up another?
Yeah, the tactics will be very vital here. Jinod obviously will be trusting his wrong one against the right hand at Ramidu. When Ashoda comes, he'll be pulling the other way, his conventional spin. Looking to hoik that towards deep mid-wicket. That was slightly quicker than his previous delivery. I don't think both these batters will read the ball off his hand, so it's mighty important for Gino to land it where he wants, around that front foot area. There you are. This time, well, yeah, good finish. Just 1 run off the last 2 deliveries after conceding a boundary in the 4th delivery. So 7 off, Gino's over. 60 for 3 after 8.
Partnership is in progress. 37 runs of 22, and Yashoda, Kosala, both of them contributing fairly evenly. They got to keep going. Previous over, even though they picked up a boundary, conceded only 7 runs. That's not good. When you're scoring a boundary or 2, you should be eyeing scoring something in the region of 15, if not more. Kavinda coming back to his 3rd over. Partnership 37 of 42, 32 rather, and 61 runs with a loss of 3 wickets. 87 needed of 48 deliveries. Are we in for a thriller? That one quick is coming around the wicket, get it across the batsman. Batsman looking to provide additional room to spank it over extra cover region. Didn't really work. Tossed it up just a little bit. But just off the track.
So you might have to cover your stumps, maybe bat the that outside the off stump. Try and get that ball inside your eye line. So good over so far for this. This is a good over for Ragama. 2 dot balls and a single off the first 3 deliveries. Sun has disappeared, Damika. It's quite gloomy at the moment. Right now, this when you're looking like a ground in UK, somewhere down the country. Very nice afternoon. Or evening, rather. Fumble. They're coming back for the second.
I'm sure the skipper not going to be too happy about that. That was straightforward. A misfeed allowing Dangerous Mendes back on strike. 11.45 is the required run rate. They have as many as 7 wickets in hand, but these two will have to do the job for Kandy Customs. Not out of the meat of the bat. Should only be a single. A favoured result. They had a couple of very good overs, followed by 2 very good overs for Ragama Cricket Club. That's not ideal. You should maintain the momentum. That struck well, but into the fielder in the deep. Just a single. Very decent over for Ragama after 9.66 for 3. It's a case of now or never. 82 needed of 42. Someone need to do something special. Partnership, excellent so far. 42 runs of 28. But they need to do much better than that if they are to get close. Skipper bringing in more changes. Few subtle adjustments to the fielders. Wicketkeeper getting involved. Always good to see. He knows the angles. He knows what the batsmen are looking for. Close to 12 and over, which means you need at least a couple of boundaries, if not more. Struck away nicely into the gap. Got enough for a couple, nothing more than that.
Yeah, I think this is where Ramindu will have to be tactically smart. Once again, a left-arm orthodox spinner bowling from the opposite end. Might not be a bad idea to bring your skipper Yashoda back on strike to target that boundary, that mid-wicket boundary. Because the trickier situation at the minute, I think both batters will need to find boundaries. Yeah, this will be interesting now. Yashoda is back on strike.
That one struck well, but straight to the field in the deep. Only be a single. Interesting times. Yashoda Mendes back on strike. He definitely favors left-arm orthodox spin bowlers. Ball turning in towards him. It looks like this youngster who's capable of bringing in variations. Will he got what it takes? 148 is the target. We've already said that it was a very tough one. But good to see Kandy Customs making a fight of it. Ooh, going for a wild heave towards the same direction, where he hit a couple of huge sixes. This, as we mentioned, night is dipping rapidly. Fairly even Steven at this stage. Both the teams have lost 3 wickets. Kandy up by a run. Way outside the off stump, well within the tram line, says the umpire. Another dot ball.
Yashoda will have to do the same thing. They are going to bowl outside the stump, so you need to, you need to cover Oh, that just gripped on the surface. It was heading towards that tram line, wasn't it? Just gripped.
Easy catch, easy catch.
Up
Oskaya
India.
drops it. Straight in, straight out. How costly would that be? We'll find answers soon enough. Still a very good over.
Yeah, it was up in there for a very long time. Took a bit of time to get under that, didn't he? Hasit fielding at long on. There's another fielder coming on to the onside. So short square leg, short fine leg inside the ring. Ah, no, this is right-hander. Has done well so far. No boundary conceded this over.
They've been trying hard, but no boundaries. Another excellent over. 10 done, 71 for 3. Very tough, isn't it? Something special got to give.
Well, it's very simple. You need to... What the difference between runs needed and amount of deliveries? Right now it's 41. So 41 means in batting terms, that's 7 hits. So 7 sixes. That's what they'll require. They have 6 overs to do that, to find 7 sixes. And a runner ball every other time.
Someone got to find the rhythm. Ramidu looks like taking a bit of time. 29 deliveries. Yashoda, he's the ideal man. Right now, right arm off spin bowler in action. Spinning the ball away from the outside edge. Yashoda Mendes. Ramidu is on strike now. Pitched outside the leg stump. There's absolutely no opportunities. Oh, wayward throw. Half decent throw would have taken the man out.
Yeah, now I think Kavinda needed to get behind the stumps. That pitch outside the leg stump, that was quite optimistic. Asking for an LBW. He's just sending that ball. It's getting quite dark out there, Damika. Hanging on the back foot. Just didn't have the timing. So this stage, I think Ravindu is the one that needs to take Kavinder on. Covering his stumps. There are a deep mid wicket, deep square leg and a long on. He's bowling like a medium pace, isn't he?
Very, very quick. Outside the off stump, just about a couple of foot. Last 30 balls, however, yielding 41 runs, 2 fours and 2 sixes. You mentioned about 6-7 boundaries. Oh, Oskaya. No fielders. Finally, had enough time. Lot of air time. Allowed the fielder to come underneath. Takes a good catch. Dangerous. Yashoda Mendes walked back. With that, maybe the final hope of Kandy Customs.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I like to see that replay again. See where the bowler is delivering that ball. He slowed it right off. Plus, he was at least 4 feet behind the crease. Now have a look at that. He was way too early. That's been tactically smart. Nicely done. And a very, very good running catch. Kept his eyes on the ball. He had to do at least, 35 yards? Looking to stay in the run chase after the Mendes. 23 off 17. Kandy. 74 for 4.
We've been saying Kavinder getting his deliveries fairly quickly, almost like medium pace deliveries. That previous delivery, just as you mentioned, behind the crease, slower through the air, certainly deceived skipper Yashoda Mendes. He's no more, out for 23 of 16 deliveries. I thought he's the man who could do his job. Now 2 right-handers in the middle makes it even more tougher. But you need to fight hard. Less than 6 overs remaining. Touch over 6 overs remaining, rather. Only be a single. Singles and twos. Not doing too much of harm. According to your analysis, you're talking about 7, maybe 6 boundaries.
Yeah, I know you're still the new batsman, but you don't have the luxury of taking too long to get set. You need to go at it. Yeah, that's a catch again. I'll tell you what, both teams, the catching has been at a very high standard, wasn't it? Right throughout. We've seen some terrific catches. Slowed it once again. The cunning fox in here, Kavinda.
He's been economical. He's been picking up wickets. Excellent over. Wicket being taken. 11 gone. 5 to go. 76 for 4. What's your take? What do you reckon, Gamini?
Yeah, it's getting harder and harder by every over. If you make the comparison, I don't think Kandy far behind Ragama were at that stage, but this was the time that Ramit Jayasen and Hasit was going to all parts. They were scoring 6s and 4s at will. So can Ramindu and Lahiri do the same? Once again, not off the middle of the bat, just a single.
Only one.
If you notice, bat face also turned inward, indicating there is no power. They've done everything right so far. Partnerships aren't too great apart from the 4th wicket stand. That was there to be hit a full toss, but there is protection, only be a single. With every single, with every dot ball, pressure is mounting. I'm sure required run rate must have gone close to 15 by now.
Once again, expecting the batsman to come out of his crease, so deliberately slowed it down. Yeah, they are looking down the barrel, aren't they? Singles will not do the job.
Dot balls.
Not one, they need at least 2 boundaries every over from here on end.
A catch. Just powerfully struck, but at this level you are expected to take those, but unfortunately fielder not applying too much of attention. That'll give us a clear picture. Who should have taken right to the basket, but missing it. Another opportunity. There you go. Just as I mentioned, required run rate close to 17 runs and over. A full toss. My word. Missing out on a seriously good scoring opportunity.
How done?
Interestingly, new man finds the middle of the bat, but the one in the middle finding it very tough. Equation goes down, the worm slipping down. 6 to complete the previous over. There you go, clear comparison. Ragama, they were doing outstanding to Will at this stage.
That going in upward spiral. That's why at one point in time, Blue were in front. Blue were from the 5th over till about the 9th over. Now it's starting to dip. So
It's all about the momentum. Very, very tough. Not impossible still, but highly unlikely. With the dipping light and Ravidu in the middle, who's been struggling. 35 deliveries to get 37 runs. Not acceptable when you're chasing a score of 142 plus. 142 exactly. And with only 4 overs remaining, it'll be interesting to see the approach. I was about to say the new batsman finding the middle of the bat, but Ramidu has been struggling. Yes, he's trying as hard as possible, but not really coming off. Slapped it down the ground, cross-batted heave, only a single. Every time they concede the single, a minor victory for Ragama CC.
It's a foregone conclusion now, Dhammika. This is done and dusted as far as the Kandy Customs are concerned, but by how many will be the question. Not the ideal light to play a game of cricket, but it's up in there. This will be taken nice. Yep. Another wicket. This is the 5th wicket. This time it's Lahiru.
Coming, isn't it, Gamini? You know, try to hit it too hard, hitting too, maybe more a cutter, nicely disguised into the pitch. No real pace, better went away with it. Jayasena takes a simple catch. Another wicket goes down. With that, the hopes of staying alive in this game. Atanayak out for 9 of 5 deliveries. Kandy sliding down rapidly. For those who are just joining in, this is the resumption. This is actually the chase for Kandy Customs Sports Club. I thought they conceded way too many runs. We had iffy weather, but always good to see now game reaching a fair conclusion. 12.2 overs. Looks like we get the rest of the overs in without any troubles. Charit Rajapaksa I thought did really well with the ball in hand. This is his opportunity to have some fun. Nothing more than that. Oh. He just backed it, but he was nowhere near.
Progress as in the... Yeah, that was once again a nice slow delivery. Here comes the rain, Dhammika. I think this might be it.
Most likely. Less than 4 overs to bowl. I don't think we'll come back. It's a steady drizzle, getting heavier by the minute. As you can see, ground staff, they've been working hard extensively right throughout the day here at Sri Lanka Army Ordnance Cricket Club ground. Picturesque venue, lovely outfield. They've been doing a fantastic job maintaining it. Just as Garmini mentioned, it's a foregone conclusion a little while ago. Kandy, they didn't have the firepower that's required to get over the line. Ragama so far did everything right. They knew after setting a target of 142, they are in the box seat. It's just about not making any serious mistakes. Steady drizzle. Looks like we're gonna. It'll stay like that for a little while as we are looking at the batting card. Top scorer Ravidu. Just 38 runs, but taken him 36 deliveries. That's a game killer. Chewing up too many deliveries. Yashoda was looking outstanding with that 2 huge sixes, 23. after his dismissal. Kandy sliding down rapidly, just as I mentioned. 9 extras, 88 for 5. There can be only one winner. Right now, the pitch is under cover. In a moment, we'll have a look at the bowling for Ragama CC. Few bowlers did brilliantly well, I thought. Kamidu in particular, wearing his deliveries, wearing his trajectory, bowling behind the crease. There you go. 2 for 18. At this stage, in a situation like this, excellent. Amit went 9 and over. Kavisha, economical, picked up a wicket as well, and does it. 2 overs, 7 runs. Brilliant.
Now the rain has got harder and it's highly unlikely that we are going to get any play at this stage, Damika. According to Duckworth-Lewis method, at this stage, 12.3 overs. Kandy Customs require 100, target is 110, so one extra 111 they needed to be for 5 wickets, so they are a considerable margin behind at the minute. So, 111 at this stage at 12.3 overs.
Deservedly so. Ragama winning the game by hefty margin. As we are looking at the highlights, wasn't a bright start. Few edges here and there. There's the dismissal, plumb in front. They were provided with few scoring opportunities. Oh, that was a fine delivery. Kavinda done a fantastic job. Quicker delivery, neatly glide away for a boundary. Simple catch, run with Jayasen underneath. That's the 2 huge sixers. He went over mid-wicket region. That's lovely. Over extra cover region. So the viewers were hoping for few more like that. That's the dismissal. That's the game changer. From that point onward, Kandy sliding down pretty fast, pretty rapidly. Not enough boundaries. That was the issue. They've been trying hard. So Kamini went on to mention the required number of runs if they are to win this game. They were nowhere close. 88. This is the match summary. 147 for 5. Excellent knock by Hasit. 70 of 51. Run with 52 of 28. Brilliant. Charit, Kavisha, Nirmal picking up a wicket. But apart from Charit, the rest have been slightly expensive. Kavisha also done well. In reply, they required 142 runs but fallen shortly pretty badly. Kandy Customs 88 for 5 after 12.3 overs according to Duckworth-Lewis method. A hefty margin of victory for Ragama Cricket Club, winning their 3rd game on the trot, looking very good. Kavinda did absolutely brilliantly with 2 wickets, given away 18 runs. Does it very well done. 1 for 7. Kavisha 1 for 15, 2.3 overs. Amita 1 for 18, done the job for Ragama. They are now very close to walk into the 2nd round, and we are ready. As you can see in the background, rain getting heavier, the chances of coming back out of the window. Foregone conclusion, winning the game by 20 plus runs, 22 runs rather to be precise. So fascinating day of cricket, beautiful venue. The viewers joining us enjoyed right throughout the day. We are ready to bring you more exciting cricketing action. Do stay with us until we meet you again. It's good night from Dobagoda.